So, hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be doing a video talking about this kind of idea that I've been working on for a bit. I say working on, I've been sort of procrastinating a lot on it. But this is an idea ages ago I got from about a month ago, 2 months ago even, from Apperson, where they suggested that possibly they could do like an island expansion. Now, just from the Great Fatsby stuff. Now, I kind of took this a step further and I did like a kind of 3-part system, a bit like the 3-act system. However, I don't want this to be a regular event. I want this to be a permanent, I guess, expansion on Tapped Out. I want this to be a permanent thing that we get forever, and then anyone who, plays. So a bit like what we had with the Squidport and with the Heights, I guess, you could say, where the Squidport was essentially in a mini event that we got, or well, it was a major event we got, and then after the event was over and we got something else, they basically just implemented it. So anyone who played the game, and the same with Krusty Land, like that was the same thing. I want them to do the same thing with this, so it would be like a big update, but it also is permanent. So what do I want them to do? So basically, what I want you to be able to do. So of course, here is like the standard Squidport. I want them, first of all, I want the water to go. I know they expanded it out even more. I want them to expand out even more. Like, I want it so you have to actually scroll to get back to the beach. You have to scroll like at least 2 big finger whooshes. Like, I want loads of sea. I don't want just a few strips. I want loads. I think it would be fine, because even now my water's not as cluttered as it used to be, but I feel like it is going to get more cluttered as we go along. And basically, you'll be able to place little islands of your choosing on the ocean, just like you can do on rivers. Of course, if you make a river around an island, it looks like this. It looks like a little. I want basically that. It's not too difficult. I don't think it would be very too difficult for Tapped Out. But that's essentially what I want. You'll also be able to build bridges to the islands. So of course, if you get a road and you attach it, so you got here and you built a road here and to here, it basically would connect, across the sea, and we get that kind of big. Of course, when you place them on river, as you can see here, you get these kind of effect. You get that kind of effect, is my point. So yeah, I think that would be good. So I think the whole thing will start with the Springfield Ferry. There's a few different versions of this. There's one where it's like a little port. There's one where it's like a whole, it's got like a whole, sort of building. I mean, they can do whatever. What I want though is like a boat, just like the airport. So I want the Springfield Ferry to be quite identical to the Springfield Airport, which we got around the world. And I feel like they might actually give us the Springfield Ferry in the part 2 around the world, which can be a possibility. That's another possibility then when they can add the Springfield Ferry. But especially I want them to add the ferry, and then with the ferry, this is what it's going to basically trigger the whole event. So part 1 is going to be Hampton. So to start off Hampton, I guess, start off the part 1, you're going to unlock the bus station, which you can place in Springfield with the Hampton Hackney bus. In this kind of thing, basically it's going to make you build, like five sections of place 5 tiles of islands, and you do that, and then connect a bridge to the island, and it'll basically make you do that just like it made you place the Squidport thing, just to establish for players what's going to happen. And then these are just a few characters that they can throw into the expansion, just like they gave us the Boardwalk performance and the Krusty Land mascots. I'm not expecting massive characters, but I do want a few playable ones. So first of all, Blake is an idea. He, of course, lives in Hampton. He's this rich kid who lives in Hampton, kind of a posh jerk. We have Sam, the sign hanger. I would like him probably the most. I know it sounds really weird, but he's just a funny gag character that they throw in there. It reminds me a lot of Raphael, like the posh Raphael, if you want. Yeah, and I think he'd be funny. And then we have Jazzy James, who of course is the rap star. Of course, he works there selling candles. There's a few others they could throw in there as well, but those are the 3 I want to see the most, to be honest. The others I'm not too really bothered about. So here are the buildings. So first of all, I mean, this one is kind of a questionable one, because this is Burns' massive mansion. This is across the sea from Hampton, so this is actually in Springfield, but I think it would be cool if they'd thrown it in as a premium building in the event. If they were just throw, I know I'm doing my format's completely different here, just because I don't want to do a whole store, store and then Act 1, because I can't really do that, because I don't know how they, there's multiple. The main one I want them to do is, but I'm saying this one would definitely be premium. We have the horse show. as well, which is in Hampton. We have a few houses in Hampton. I think they could probably give us a few of these, which we could place and we could build. We have Wilson's Garage, of course, this is also in Hampton. So that's pretty cool. So they're the main sort of Hampton things that I want them to add. Also, I don't know why Raphael was in Hampton. That's really weird. Whatever. And then here are the main things in Hampton. So these are like the stores. So we have Lavender, you know, a shop for guest bathroom soaps. Julia's late afternoon scarves. Jane's not sure what. We have the ice cream, the Enlightened Scoop ice cream parlor, Elite Candles, which is what Jazzy Jane's will unlock with as a premium probably, and then we have Marge's like cute things store. I'm just gonna call it cute things. It's got a big name, but yeah, it's called cute little things, something like that. So yeah, that is literally. So the first thing will be you basically make Hampton. So you make this big. You know, you make it this big kind of island if you want, and you can connect it. You can design it how you want. It's up to you. But I definitely think there should definitely be a bridge connecting to this one, because of course in the episode, you know, this one could be one that goes off the coast of the Springfield Heights. I think that's probably if this was to come, it's probably where I'd place it, because it is connected to Springfield, but it's also like there's also like a bit of there's also the sea like disconnects it, so it connects it with, obviously, because we saw Burns row a boat over there. So, but I think it is connected because the bus somehow got there. So I'm going to say maybe there's a bridge. I think we did see it go over a bridge, so let's just assume it's a bridge. I mean, maybe it's not, but we'll see. So yeah, part two, the part two kind of thing, the thing I want them to do after that is Barnacle Bay, which is an idea I actually had. Maybe they could just give us a whole Barnacle Bay, but I think this would be a really cool way of tying in the Barnacle Bay story. So of course we have Barnacle Bay itself. The lighthouse is probably one thing I want to say they can definitely add. It's like a red lighthouse, and it's not red there, but there is a red lighthouse. I just didn't get a screenshot of it. And we have the island itself. Now this is the I forgot the name. The Pelican, I think it's called the Pelican, which is the ship that Jack owns, and of course Homer nearly dies on when it crashes. This will be the thing that sort of triggers this part of the event. I want like different, you know, I want like different things, like the bus station will trigger the Hampton. I want this to trigger Barnacle Bay. So you place this boat and it will trigger Barnacle Bay. So a few characters they can add. There's Jack, Billy, Fausto, he's like the Portuguese guy who was on the boat, but Jack's the main character I want. And the candy shop workers is maybe one big playable characters and 3-on-1. They'd be kind of cool. They're the kind of guys who they're so desperate for tourists they do anything that the Homer tells them to do. Billy and Fastio were just like kind of backgroundy characters. Jack's the main one though. He's the kind of big character out of all this, which I think would be a really, really cool character to have walk around Springfield and to walk around Barnacle Bay, may I say. They also will walk around Barnacle Bay. That's if you connect it. And I think I know Barnacle Bay technically isn't connected, as you can see, and it's quite far off the coast from what I could tell in the episode. It is quite far off the coast. I think you should be allowed the option to connect it with the bridge if you want to, just so the characters can actually get there. So yeah, moving on, we have some buildings. Oh, I guess they could just go there from the ferry. There could be maybe like a task or something, I don't know. So next up we have the souvenirs, the souvenir shop, we have the saltwater taffy shop, we have the Ferris wheel. Not Ferris wheel. What do you call it? I actually don't know the name. The thing that pops around with where you sit on them and it goes, you know what I mean, guys. We have a bunch of destroyed like sort of abandoned shops, I guess you could say. We have Meet Me in Some Floozy. We have Barnacle Bay Theatre, the XXS, with the low quality inn. We have the candy shop, which is where the workers will come with, which I think should probably be premium again. The Barnacle Bay Museum, or whatever, the Geographic Institute even. And then we also have the church, Barnacle Bay's church, which is where they go when Homer and that die, or they think they're dead. We also have the wheel. I think with the wheel thing, I think they should have a refurbished version, and they should have like a broken down version with the swastikas carved into the seahorse. I know it's a bit dark, but I think I want them to add that detail. I want, on the damaged version, I want the swastikas in the seahorse's eyes, because that was a funny joke, and that was good. I'm not saying that the Nazis are funny, but, you know, well, they're funny to laugh at, you know, but not laugh with. And then that'll be all Barnacle Bay. Again, it'd be really, really cool. You can build it up. I know there's quite a few buildings, but you can build it up, give it its own little Squidport, I guess, as well. So you can put this. Maybe that could be a thing as well, that you can actually add Squidport parts to it. That'd be kind of cool. And then overall, that would be it. Because look, the concrete is connected to the Squidport, so you could just place the, you know. I don't know. They should basically make it so you can actually make this squid ball, or like a little one. And then finally, the final one, but to be honest, these two are the main one, but there's also one more, which is the island. Of course, this is like a secret island again, off the coast of Springfield. Well, it must have been off the coast of Springfield, because Homer was able to, of course, row back to Springfield somehow, so I'm guessing it's off the coast of Springfield. It makes sense. It wouldn't make sense if it wasn't, but this is... Oh, okay, ignore that. But this is a place that... of course, is, well, it's off the coast of Springfield. And, yeah, it's a place where, obviously, loads of people are sent who know, like, government secrets or know secrets that they shouldn't know. And they're sent here because they're naughty. So here's a few characters. We have the flamingo with the hat. I really want them to add this, just as a non-playable. There's a few non-playable. We have number 6 and number 2. They might get a bit confusing with the stone cut characters, which I could probably think is a problem, a possible problem that may occur, is these two cards. But these are the only, like, number guys that I want. There is a few, like, there's, like, number 5, well, Homer's number 5, and there's, like, number 3 and stuff. But I'm not really bothered about them. I just want them to add number 2 and number 6. And also, as a non-playable character, the Bubble. And this Bubble is actually a non-playable... This is actually a character in the Movementarian episode as well, which of course chases Marge. There's a similar like big bubble that chases her. I mean, basically it's the same character, the same thing. So they could throw the Bubble. I really want the Bubble as a non-playable character. It'd be one of those odd non-playable characters like the Tumbleweed that I think would be really cool to have. And there's just a few sort of buildings, but they're not really buildings, mostly decorations. One thing is, and we see parts of it throughout the episode, is this big villa, which of course where Homer and all the other numbers hang out. I want them to add that big villa, and maybe they can add it so it's in parts, so you actually get the different wings of the villa. You get like the main entrance, you get the wing, and then across you can get like the telephone box, you can get the archy thing, you can get like different animals maybe, and then this big golf course with the arch, and then finally maybe it's like a final prize or a premium prize. You can get the boat, which is made of like toilet paper and stuff, which number 6 made. But yeah, that's basically it. The island, I mean, the island isn't really like a massive one. I mean, that would be more one, but I think it would be kind of cool just to, like, a little tie-in for an episode. There's sort of like 3 episode tie-ins, essentially. That's all they really are. It's 3 episode tie-ins in one, but it's giving us an extra bit of land. And then what I think, after they've done each part, after they've done each 3 of these parts, basically they'll make it so we can design our own. So after we've done all 3 of these parts, we can now then design our own islands to our own wishes, and we can place any building from Springfield on the islands. So if we really wanted to, and we wanted to go crazy, we could put the Simpsons house on the island. I think that would be a really, really cool way of doing it. And maybe there should be like a few buildings like the Simpsons house that don't. But I think for the most part, it would be cool if we can actually place these buildings on the island and, you know, mess around with it and design Springfield how we want to. Because again, that is the whole point of the game. You're meant to recreate Springfield how you want. You don't have to make it so it looks exactly how it looks like in the show. You can design it as crazy and wacky as you want, and that's the beauty of Tapped Out, of course. So I think that you should be able to do that. So you make your own little islands and you can do what you want. Now, there might be a problem with actually making it look like these islands. Of course, we don't really have a good look at Hampton, but we know what Barnacle Bay looks like. It looks like that, and we know what the island looks like. So maybe that might be a problem with that, actually making it look like how they actually look. But I mean, you know, they could do something with the actual like land itself. Like maybe the land can look a bit different and stuff for the different parts. I don't know, but this is my idea overall. I know I didn't do like quest lines and stuff because I just generally don't want to do quest lines for these kind of minor characters. They're all minor characters and they're just sort of suggestions. They're not like I definitely want these characters to be added. I would be quite happy if they just gave us a few non-playable characters, like maybe one playable character per part. I would be happy with that, to be honest. I wouldn't be too bothered. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video, this little idea video. I'm going to be honest, though, I am out of ideas. All the ideas that you guys gave me, I either have already done or, well, yeah, that was it. All the ideas you guys gave me, like someone said, Who Shot Mr. Burns event, I've already done it. I done it ages ago. So really, I do need some more suggestions. So if you guys can, but all the ones I've seen so far, I've already done, or I've done something similar to it, and there's probably, it wouldn't really make much sense. Again, the only one I do definitely have to do is the Around the World Part 2, which I want to do, but I want to do that a bit later on in the year when it's a bit more relevant. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I shall see you next video. Goodbye.